In a conversation about the GOATs in the BW music, you absolutely cannot afford to leave this lady out. This lady is a singer, a songwriter, and a vocalist of absolute note. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the house this afternoon, we've got an absolute superstar. We've got Mpho Sebina. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. I was waiting for that pop.
It was coming.
But anyway, hey.
I think I missed the button. Hi, Mpho.
How are you?
I'm absolutely great. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Thank you.
And stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us. Go let's my happy new year. How does Mpho Sebina celebrate New Year's?
You know what? I have celebrated New Year's in all types of ways. I've been stuck in traffic trying to get to the countdown, the party. I've celebrated at the party, but my favorite New Year's have been indoors with a really great meal and a really delicious glass of something to drink and people I love.
Yeah. And it seems that you have like quite a very beautiful, I think, friend group. It seems, I'm so jealous. Like, you guys are always seeming to have beautiful moments on your stories and stuff. So I guess it's always a good time, right? Of course, I want to talk about the very biggest thing that's going on in Mpho Sebina's life right now, right? Just to kick it off, I don't think you need much of an introduction. The 67th Grammy Awards, you get invited to be a voting member of the Recording Academy, right? How does this happen, Santa? Is it a call? Is it an email?
It is an email, and to be inducted into the Recording Voting Academy, you have to be nominated by some members. So it comes via nomination. I'm not too sure who nominated me, but I got an email from the Recording Academy. I had to check a couple of times, check the email. Is this legit or am I being scammed? Yeah, that's how that came about.
And at that point in time, what are you thinking? Like, besides being scammed, obviously.
I'm like, wow, never in a million years, to be honest with you, did I ever think or dream or fathom that I would be sitting on the voting membership, board for the Recording Academy. So it's very validating to know that, our music is being appreciated out there, as well as our voices are being looked for in those types of spaces. Yeah.
You also mentioned the fact that you were... Sorry, I actually forgot. You were invited as a voting member of the Recording Academy, right? This Recording Academy, just to make sure people understand what we're talking about, what exactly does it do?
So as a voting member, I can speak on that half. We have 2 bouts of voting, right?
Yeah.
The first... Okay, there's 3 phases to it, right? There's a point where we have the ability to submit music to be considered for nomination, if you get what I mean. So that will open up, I think, in August or September, in the last quarter of the year. So I have about 5 free entries. After that, they charge me like $40. After those submissions, we then vote on those submissions to be shortlisted into the nominees.
Yeah.
And then late last year or early this year, we vote on those nominees to select the winners in those categories, which will be announced for Nakati 2 at the award ceremony.
Yeah. And this also entails you attending the Grammy Awards themselves, right?
I have been invited. It's quite an expensive trip. It's quite an expensive thing to be a part of, so I'm trying to hustle my way there. It is quite a lot of effort to get there, so we'll see if I will get there this year. If not, I definitely would like to be a part of it next year. This year I do want to submit music for consideration to be nominated, and not necessarily only my music. I have the power to submit any music.
Why don't they just fly you out? I
wish that's how the world worked.
Right. So Mpho Sebina has been nominated at the 9th YAMAS FM Music Awards. How did this news come to you the very first time? How do you feel about it now?
I saw it online. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the get-together that you guys had. I'm very excited. I'm nominated in 3 categories. In 1 category, I'm nominated twice, which is quite confusing. The one is with for Best R&B Single, I believe. The first one is with Samantha Mokho, and the second is my own release. So I'm very excited. I don't have a YAMA. I would love to own one. I can't remember the last time I attended the awards, but I do remember I attended the very first YAMA Awards, which was so exciting to see. Before then we didn't really have that many independent platforms for musicians, so it's very exciting to see the awards grow through leaps and bounds.
Yeah. And obviously, you're nominated alongside some of the people by Lankora. I would suppose they're your sisters in the game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your competition in the R&B category?
The competition is hot. The competition is really, really hot. There's some great contenders in there. Some massive songs that came out, I think last year, if not the year before. So I'm nervous. I'm anxious, but I really want to kick them in the butt as well. They're my sisters. I love them, but I want to win.
Yeah. I saw Licky posted on Facebook. She's like, "I'm going to wipe the floor with you, my sisters." All right, so to the ordinary Motswana, right, or not even to the ordinary Motswana, to a creative like yourself, what does winning an award like a YAMA or being invited to being a recording member of the Grammys, of the Recording Academy mean, a voting member?
It's a huge deal for me. To me, it means that the work that I put in is being recognized, not only Molapeng, which is incredible, but also on an international scale. I think for the longest time as Botswana artists, it's like, are we really going to match up to an international level? Are we going to be recognized on those platforms? And the time is now. We are here and we are in those spaces, and I'm hoping to see more of us enter through those doors. And the production quality of music in Botswana has grown. Over the past 10 years, we have some really world-class music that should be on those types of platforms. So I think being a recording member is only the beginning of us penetrating the global market.
And of course, you mentioned that this is your first YAMA. You've been nominated for a couple of other awards as well.
Yes.
Care to mention them?
I've been nominated and won at the BOMU Awards. I was nominated and won at the Basadi in Music Africa Awards in South Africa, I think 2023. What other award?
Kora?
I was nominated. That wasn't happen. Something weird happened there. I have no idea what's going on there. But I love those awards a lot. I used to watch those as a kid. Was nominated, didn't go through, unfortunately, but
How do these awards work? Do you guys submit your work to be considered, or is it something sometimes it just happens out of the blue?
I guess different awards work differently.
Yeah.
With the BOMUs, you submit your work. With the Recording Academy Grammys, you submit your work. Basadi in Music, they just nominated me on their own accord, as well as the YAMAS.
All right. So, Motswana, we are looking at a creative industry, and you are saying the quality and the production quality is generally getting better and better by the day, and this is generally our time, right? But as we stand right now, where do you think we are as a creative industry in terms of quality, in terms of being able to export our talent out there to be considered by people like the Grammys?
I think we're there. I don't even think we're at the journey anymore. We're trying to get into spaces. We're there. I can drop a few names that are just like, okay, we are actually doing this thing.
Yeah.
If you look at people like Boheri Keni, you look at BoKSB and Bomwazi, how they're doing on the continent is just incredible. I see great things happening for Lioness. She is a mega star. We are now at the Grammys via me, and hopefully not the last. Definitely not the last. And we're there. We just need to keep creating and believing in the process a bit more. And we need the support of the people.
Definitely. All right, man.